There's a simple trick to staying calm when I wish someone had whispered to me years ago. And if you're anything like me, you've had those days where you wake up already carrying a weight you can't name. Before you even touch your phone, before you speak to anyone, there's this pressure. A quiet storm forming in your chest. And you tell yourself, I'm fine. But deep down, you know you're not. We've all been trained to push through our emotions like we're machines. Work faster, smile anyway, pretend nothing's wrong. And the wild part, we're so used to living tense that we don't even notice we're doing it. Anxiety becomes the background noise of adulthood, constant, loud, and ignored. But here's the truth nobody ever taught us. Staying calm isn't about shutting your feelings off. It's about interrupting the invisible patterns that steal your peace before you even notice. There's a tiny moment so small most people miss it where your brain decides whether to react or reset. And once you learn how to catch that moment, anxiety loses almost all its power over you. And don't worry, this isn't some complicated routine. It's a simple shift anyone can use, no matter how busy or overwhelmed you are. In fact, you're about to understand it in a way that will make your entire day feel different. Because once you understand this, you'll never see your mind or your days the same way again. You know what's strange? For most of our lives, no one ever explains how the mind actually builds anxiety. We're just told to calm down, as if peace were a button and we forgot to press. But the truth is much more practical and honestly, more liberating. Your mind doesn't create stress out of thin air. It responds to signals, tiny cues, micro moments. And most people let those signals run wild because they never learn it to catch the first spark before it becomes a wildfire. Imagine this, you're going through your day, and suddenly a thought pops up, what if this goes wrong? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? It happens so quickly that your body reacts before you realize what's happening. Your breath shortens, your shoulders tighten, you go into autopilot. And the worst part, you assume it's just part of who you are. But here's the shift, the moment that changed everything for me. Calm doesn't start with slowing down. It starts with noticing the exact second your body tenses. That tiny moment when you swallow a feeling, brace for something, or mentally jump into the future. If you can catch that 1 second and interrupt it, you win. Anxiety can't complete its cycle. This is where the trick begins. Your breath, your posture, your inner dialogue, they all create mental momentum. Change just one of them at the right moment and the entire emotional chain collapses in your favor. And don't worry, you're not supposed to know how to do this naturally. Nobody does. But once you learn it, everything shifts. Let's go deeper, because this is where everything starts to click. Earlier, I told you that calm begins the moment you notice tension. But noticing alone isn't enough. You need something automatic, something your brain can grab onto faster than the anxiety can build. That's where the one trick really lives, a simple physical cue that resets your entire system in less than 5 seconds. Your body reacts before your thoughts do. Stress shows up physically first, your shoulders creeping upward, your jaw tightening, your breath shrinking. And if your body starts sprinting, your mind will always chase it. But the reverse is also true. If your body slows down, your thoughts soften without a fight. So here's the cue, the one that changed everything for me. Drop your shoulders and breathe out slowly, longer than you think you need to. And not in, out, because the exhale is what tells your nervous system we're safe. Stand down, try it right now. Drop your shoulders, exhale longer than usual. Feel that tiny shift is your internal reset button. What makes this so powerful is that it interrupts your brain's momentum. Instead of spiraling into worst case and areas or building pressure you don't understand, you give your mind new instructions, clear ones. immediate ones. You switch from reacting to choosing. And the more you use this cue, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you'll catch yourself stopping anxiety before it even gets a foothold. It won't feel like a battle anymore. It'll feel like control, quiet, steady, unshakable control. Now that you know the reset cue, the next step is turning calm into something that doesn't rely on willpower. Because on your worst days, when you're overwhelmed or exhausted, you're not going to remember a long list of techniques. You need something stronger, a habit your brain performs before you even think about it. Your mind doesn't learn calm through silence or meditation alone. It learns calm through repetition. Small, simple signals repeated consistently, the same way your body learns to walk, drive, or tie your shoes without conscious thought. When you pair the shoulder drop and slow exhale with consistent reinforcement, your nervous system rewires itself to react completely differently to stress. Think of anxiety like a well-worn path in your brain, deep, automatic, familiar. Every time you interrupt it, you build a new path. And with enough reps, the old path gets weaker. That's why this one trick works. It teaches your brain to choose the calm path first. No drama, no tension, no spiraling. The key is practicing the reset even when you're not stressed. A few times a day. A couple of slow exhales in the car. Dropping your shoulders while waiting in line. One quiet breath before responding to a message. These micro reps train your body to recognize peace as the baseline, not the exception. And here's where it gets powerful. Once your brain starts expecting calm, it becomes harder for anxiety to take control. Stressful moments still happen, sure, but they don't own you. You stay grounded, steady, clear. You respond instead of react. You become the calm one in the room, even when chaos hits. When you start using this simple trick, dropping your shoulders and breathing out longer, you're not just calming your mind. You're teaching your body a new identity. The identity of someone who doesn't get dragged around by fear, stress, or the noise of the world. The identity of someone who responds with clarity instead of collapsing into chaos. Calm isn't passive. Calm is strength. Calm is presence. Calm is the moment you choose yourself before the world chooses for you. When you use this reset over and over, you stop being a person who struggles through the day and you become the one who moves through it with intention. That shift affects everything: your work, your relationships, your confidence, your sense of control. You go from surviving to living, from bracing to breathing, from tense to unshakable. But calm is only the beginning. Once you control your inner state, the next level is strengthening your mindset, building the skills that separate people who rise from people who stay stuck. Accountability, discipline, emotional intelligence, the kind of mental power that turns calm into momentum and momentum into transformation. If you're ready for that next leap, your next video is waiting. The 7 mindset skills that will separate winners from losers. It's the perfect continuation of everything you learned today. It will show you how to take this newfound calm and turn it into strength, direction, and real change. And before you go, if this message helped you breathe a little easier, think a little clearer, or feel a little stronger, subscribe to Wisdom Recorder, your knowledge source. Hit like, share this with someone who needs it, and I'll meet you in the next chapter of your growth.